peoples, Bubba Ace here, and I'm back with more Pop-Tarts. 3 of them to be exact, and one of them fell. It's been a while since I've done a Pop-Tart video. In fact, that was my very first food video. So we got our Pop-Tarts, we gotta get our milk, we got our plate. Let's go. Want to check that out first? Links will be up there and down there. Here I am with the third of the trilogy. Obviously, I plan on doing more Pop-Tart videos in the future, but for now, it's just going to be called the trilogy, until the 4th one comes out. Now, to really enjoy these, I'm going to put one of each of these in the freezer, and then toast one of each of these, then try them both, just to see which I think is the one is the better tasting one, the toasted or the frozen one. I'm sure at the end of the day, it comes down to personal preference, so if you'll have a different opinion than I do, by all means. Alright, before we begin, I want to point out that the prime ingredients for all 3 of these Pop-Tarts are enriched flour, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, soybean and palm oil, sugar, and bleached wheat flour. Allergy information is they contain wheat, milk, and soy. Anyway, let's get this going. Alright, first up is the frosted apple fritter. Next time Weird Al asks if they have any apple fritters, don't say that they're out of apple fritters. Tell them that Bubba Ace has them.
You got an apple fritters? He said, no, we're out of apple fritters.
So this is what a plain one looks like. Got a little bit of white frosting on the outside. And that's what the inside looks like. Little apple fritter, the apple cinnamon filling. Doesn't quite smell like an apple fritter. It smells more like an apple pie. Is that what apple fritters smell like? Not that I remember, at least. So here's a toasted one. Let's see what it tastes like. Yep. Definitely tastes like an apple fritter. Tastes quite good toasted. Almost tastes like an apple fritter that comes straight out of the oven. Or whatever that apple fritters are baked in. If they're even baked at all. Anyway, that's the toasted. Let's try the frozen one. It's not half bad. Cold apple fritter doesn't taste as good as a warm apple fritter, but it still tastes alright. So I get both the toasted apple fritter and the frozen apple fritter Bubba approved. Next up is the frosted Boston cream donut. I'm not a big fan of cream donuts in general, let alone Boston cream. I mean, not like I don't like cream donuts, I'm just not a big fan of them, that's all. Hopefully this one will be alright. So here's a plain one, definitely covered in chocolate frosting. The inside definitely has the Boston cream filling. Smells like a Boston cream donut. Alright, so let's first try the toasted. I apologize that you had to see that. Yep. Tastes like a fresh, hot Boston cream donut. It's alright. It tastes just like a regular Boston cream donut. You know, you bite into it and then the cream just all smooth and whatnot. Like the cream kind of overtakes the chocolate for the most part. Now for the frozen. Oh wow. That is fantastic. Okay. Next time I get a Boston cream donut, I'll remember to put it in the freezer first, because, wow, the frozen Boston cream donut is really good. Even better than the toasted one. It almost tastes like frozen yogurt. You definitely taste more of the chocolate in there, as opposed to it being toasted. So you're kind of having both chocolate and cream frozen yogurt, if that even makes sense. You'll probably think more ice cream, but to me it has more of a yogurty taste. But I digress. It's really good. Both the toasted and the frozen get a Bubba approved. Last up is the Eggo Frosted Maple. Let go my Eggo! Let go my Eggo! I gotta do a video on it! Jimmy! Now look what you made me do!
Now look what you made me do!
So here's a plain one. Wow. I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely a lot more yellow than the previous two. Now, this is a broken part on one of the plain Boston Cream Pop-Tarts that wasn't toasted or frozen. But you can see on the back and on the front, mostly the back, it does have the regular Pop-Tart color. But the Eggo waffle one, you can see them side to side. The Eggo waffle is definitely a lot more yellow. It definitely smells like an Eggo waffle that just came out of the toaster. The all white and yellow frosting. I imagine that the yellow is kind of the maple part, because I imagine that the filling is going to be more syrup. Yep, I was right. Definitely syrup. Maple syrup, that is. It definitely looks a lot like maple syrup. Then again, I don't think there's really much of a difference in regular syrup and maple syrup, aside from the taste. Just the looks alone doesn't really look. So I guess you can just say it looks more like regular syrup. You can argue that if you want, but yeah. Now comes the important part, the taste test. First the toasted. Tastes like an Eggo waffle with syrup. Don't really taste the maple part. At least with the toasted I don't. I do get a hint of it in the aftertaste at least. So if you've ever had an Eggo waffle with maple syrup, it's basically the exact same as that. The only difference is that it's a Pop-Tart. I say just stick to eating a regular waffle if you really want a waffle, and not the alternative, which is the Pop-Tart. Alright, let's see how it tastes frozen. It's not bad. It's not really that great, but it does have more of a maple syrup taste to it than the toasted one does. At least right off the bat. So when it comes to presentation, this is better than most of the other Pop-Tarts out there. As for the taste, you'd be a little let down on both accounts, both toasted and frozen. I imagine regular as well. It won't be as good as eating a regular waffle, though I doubt many people who are wanting to try it for themselves are expecting that. But it's still good enough for me to give it a Bubba approved. And now for my final thoughts. My personal favorite is the frozen frosted Boston cream donut, while my least favorite is the toasted Eggo frosted maple. All three of these are good. I really recommend giving them a try if you can find them in store. I don't know if these are around for a limited time. If they are, you might want to get them while you can. If they'll be around for a long time, great, you can enjoy them even longer. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I would appreciate it if you share this video so that other people can enjoy it. And you can help me keep the channel going consistently by supporting me on Patreon. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell icon for either future uploads or all of them. Want to check out some other videos? They're on screen in one of those two boxes. Want to check out more food videos? Then click that white rectangle in the top right corner of the screen. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Until next time, ciao peoples.